Nobody wakes up one morning suddenly broke. It doesn't happen like a dramatic movie scene. There's no single moment when everything collapses. Instead, it happens quietly. So quietly that most people don't even notice it, until they're already deep inside it. Financial decline in modern America rarely looks like disaster. It looks like normal life. It looks like a small credit card balance carried for convenience. It looks like a slightly higher rent renewal. It looks like choosing monthly payments instead of upfront costs. Each decision feels reasonable, logical, even necessary. But what makes this process dangerous is not the size of each decision. It's the accumulation. The way small obligations slowly stack on top of each other until they create a system that demands constant income just to remain stable. And this is where the psychological trap begins, because nothing feels urgent while it's happening. You're still paying your bills, you're still working, you're still managing your responsibilities. From the outside, everything looks fine. But internally, the margin for error keeps shrinking. One unexpected expense, one job interruption, one health issue. And suddenly, the system starts to crack. This quiet progression is why so many people feel shocked when financial stress finally becomes overwhelming. They think it appeared suddenly, but in reality, it was building for years. Not through reckless spending, but through gradual commitments that slowly consumed future income. The hardest part is that society often frames financial struggles as personal mistakes. But in truth, much of this process is structural. Rising costs, stagnant purchasing power, and normalized debt systems create an environment where staying financially stable requires constant effort. And constant effort eventually leads to exhaustion. When people reach that point, they often believe the solution is to push harder, work more hours, chase promotions, take on side hustles. But while those actions can temporarily increase income, they rarely address the deeper issue: the lack of financial breathing room. Because the real danger isn't being broke today. The real danger is having no buffer between your income and your obligations. That invisible gap is what determines whether a person can handle unexpected challenges or collapses under them. Breaking this quiet cycle doesn't happen through dramatic changes. It begins with awareness, with recognizing how small financial commitments accumulate over time, with understanding that stability isn't about how much you earn, but about how much flexibility you preserve. And most importantly, it begins with rejecting the shame that often surrounds financial stress. Because the truth is, millions of Americans are experiencing the exact same quiet pressure right now. They're not alone, and they're not failing. They're simply navigating a system that slowly tightens its grip unless they intentionally create space within it. And once you see that clearly, you stop blaming yourself. You start making decisions differently, and that's the moment when the quiet decline finally stops. Not because your income changed overnight, but because your awareness did.